We're here for fun.
That's awesome. Welcome to the weekly app test session, Justice for Hire, aka JFH, or JFH, aka Justice for Hire. Every week we're testing and we're polishing together the experience of the Justice for Hire app. I'm here with Jen, our founder and the brain behind anything and everything, JFH.
That is not true. I mean, by nature of JFH, that's definitely not true. I'm a brain.
And we're testing, and we have, who's that? Venom? No, what's that? Happy belated Halloween. I hope you had a great time.
7-year-old drew this.
Our 7-year-old team member, because he's part of the team. As you've seen him in different content on the app.
No, not much. Like he's normally not in. He's only been in the.
But in the latest test screen tests on LinkedIn. All these sessions are recorded and they go on our channel. You can leave us questions, comments, feedback, all appreciated. We're building this together and it means a lot for us. So thank you for being here, Guru.
And Hero meetup next week. Give a Hero meetup.
Okay, we're gonna announce the exact date, but it's gonna be next week.
Yes, there'll be a Hero meetup next week. And thank you, Guru, as usual.
Okay, awesome. So just for heroes.app, we're starting with that environment for testing. And the first big test is creating a call to action, a mission by a client or by a villain, and how that content plays on a different device, on your device and on a different device. And it's a perfect scenario because we have an Android and an iPhone. So it's three of us. I can create a client account, or Jen, would you like to create a client account? And Guru?
Sure, I'll do a client.
Okay, Jen will do a client account. Guru, you can do a hero account. I'm gonna do a villain account. We're gonna create missions, and we're gonna play with them, play the content, see how it plays, change the cover photo and all that, and see how they play on each other's devices, because that was one of the issues from last week. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get to testing, and please let me know if you have any questions or complaints.
I'm complaining because the pho has now made me hungry.
And
I'm actually
me too.
really, really hungry now, all of a sudden.
I inspire the hunger.
Okay, remember, create the accounts with prefix test, and yeah, villain.
And I'm excited to be a client after watching that explainer video. Do you have the watch? Oh my gosh, I can do that. Oh, still need the back button.
I forgot to write it down too. I just remembered now when I created. So.
Are you saying write it down in terms of like on your list?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, screenshot. Right, is it real email or fake?
Fake. And while we're at this, there's another issue that was reported with the centering of the video image on the review screen. Let me know if it still reproduces. Reproducing. Okay, I created a mission.
So client, I'm creating a mission, right?
Mm-hmm. So last week we had the problem that the cover image was not showing up and that we couldn't play. So let's see how that behaves now.
I'm referencing James Brown today for my creating mission. And what's the problem? It's too much fun. And how can a hero help? Is be the government.
Nice. I created a mission to find the best restaurant in the US.
Another white.
Yeah. Can we do a test after to see if on the add to home screen version it still shows up? If it's still happening on the.
Sure.
We're gonna do that next time. Next test. So did you created a mission, Guru?
Creating right now.
Okay, cool. Because, okay.
It does look right. Mom is right. Mom, you were right. I need more voice. So yeah, I'm still having the alignment issue.
Okay. Do you have the alignment issue?
Not yet. Hold on. I have to re-record.
Is this one of the things you deployed today?
No, that was from yesterday. So that means it's still reproducing. On mine it doesn't. So it's on the fix is not the fix. What? Oh, did you post it or not yet? Jen, did you post it or not yet?
I'm brought the plush complete. I'm just looking at the difference between the quality of video of this video, which is higher quality than the video on the previous screen. It almost feels like, again, from my gamer experience, I would call that like, it looks like the video is being emulated rather than original. So it's just interesting to keep in mind.
So I am finding that it's still off center. Oh geez, hold on. Sorry.
Okay, on yours
so
too.
blurry.
Okay, that's interesting.
Did
you send me the screenshot?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes, the alignment is great on the profile creation.
Okay.
Also, playback of my own video. That's what it looks like.
Oh. Oh.
What did it look like? What's going on? Is it black or is that the reflect? That's a reflection. Okay.
That's a reflection. It's black.
Okay.
Interesting.
The Muppet Man. Muppet Man. The Muppet
Oh,
Dude, is that you?
Yeah.
yes.
Dude, that is spectacular. It's like you're some form of professional voice actor or something.
I've done it once or twice.
Wow, that's amazing.
Can you do me a favor and just to test the theory, just to make it easier? Go back to the list of missions.
No, the Muppet.
I went to the list and it doesn't show up. Hold on, let me see if I can create a thumbnail for it too.
Yeah. Super interesting. And see how it behaves on your profile as well.
Is there a limit to a file size limit to changing image?
No.
So I just pressed one image and it's larger than 7 megabytes.
And
And it didn't change right away. And so I selected a different one. Okay, so it just takes longer.
yeah. This is where the optimizations with the bandwidth and everything come into play. So it's good that we're testing this.
Your other videos play.
All right.
Like,
Oh, and I can see your, I can see now your
cover picture.
cover photo, and I can play your video. But you cannot play yours, you're saying.
Yeah, I can play both of yours, but I cannot.
Okay, can you go to your profile and see if you can
Okay.
play from there?
Nope. I mean, it's playing. I just can't. It's not moving. Now it's only my cover photo sitting
Okay.
there. I wonder if that's just an Android specific thing.
Another question on Android specific, if you don't mind, is your play button, the play button on my profile, change profile image, is not centered. Is it centered on yours?
Elaborate just a little more.
Talk about this one.
In the
Oh,
account.
hold on. In the edit profile. Got it.
How did you get there?
Yeah, it's not centered there either. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh, change. Photo library. Okay. Oh, okay.
Apparently, I also spelled Gmail wrong as I was signing up.
Okay.
Jamali.
Wow, there's a mission count.
Hmm?
The client profile has a mission counter, which is fantastic. How many missions you've done? It went from 0 to
There
1.
are some things that don't work on this app, guys.
Well, I'll say
Most of them.
I'll say that it just changed from 0 to 1, And this has been there for a while. So I'm wondering if it changes back and forth every time I go.
There is
That's
there
pretty
is
cool.
Yeah, it does do that. It's okay. I'll screen capture this.
What do you mean? It adds one all the time?
It starts at 0 and it becomes 1.
Oh yeah, because it's loading. So this is where I'm saying that the bandwidth, because for example now we're gonna have to make some tests for the bandwidth and start optimizing on that, because there is a delay. So that delay comes from the speed of the internet and speed of loading the screen. So I think it's time for optimizations. Okay, Guru, I made a note, and I'm gonna open on my Android as well to see if I can play from my Android your content as well, to see if it's the case only for the user who created or for any Android.
Okay, I'm also going to clear site settings again.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's a great test. Thank you for taking that into account.
Okay, what's the next task?
The next task is the search. If the search by character name appears on the world tab in missions and challenges. See, from the speed, how it's loading the. Saw that? Oh no, it's already. How? Let me see. If like how it loaded. No, not now. It took a while to load the.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, the Android doesn't play the video. It just shows the thumbnail.
Okay. Also, my test of the search bar in the missions and challenges page.
Yes.
Awesome. And something I did notice is you have to type out the full name
Yes.
if you're going to use it. So
Yes.
yeah.
That's the initial implementation. I'm working on the partial search.
No, the Muppet Man, the Muffet.
Okay. So, but that works with the full hero name, character name. On both missions and challenges? Okay, great.
Yeah, so I just tried putting in Guru only on both. Nothing popped up. Then I typed in Guru Merkaba, spaced out the way it's on my profile. And yeah, it pops right up, shows all the challenges that I've done thus far. You will.
So how am I supposed to start the search? Because I'm looking for negative, and negative's not popping up, but he's the first person on the list.
Interesting.
I just typed in negative and negative
Shows
popped up.
that.
Interesting. Thank you, thank you. The recording, the screen recording mine.
Mhm. Let's see.
Negative. That's weird. Now he just stayed. Okay. Negative.
And I believe is the internet speed, but it's my theory. But I need to prove it because look, I'm doing the negative,
Yeah, I'm testing it right.
so it appeared after
Yeah,
all.
it appeared again, which is really odd. I'm wondering if I had a space.
You're right. Negative with space doesn't
Yeah,
appear.
negative, yeah.
So this is the partial search that I was. Okay, remove spaces and all. The same with challenges.
I'm doing a case sensitive test now. So negative with no K. Can you try case sensitive? Can you take the N and make it small?
Yeah, no, it's not working.
Okay. Definitely not. A lot of people shouldn't be case sensitive because we shouldn't allow names based on case. I'm negative all caps though. What?
Okay. You're muted in case you're saying something, just so you know, Sensei. Oh, Sensei.
You're
Guru. No, Sensei just texted that he cannot make it and if he can help on the side.
okay. So
Okay.
what's let me try challenges.
It would be the same, but the same behavior. Okay. The next one is
Oh, well, you won't have lots of stuff, which is great.
yeah, next one is changing of your character name. So going to account, into edit profile, change your character name from the in character tab, and then I'll go and search by your new character name to see if I can DM you. That's the first initial test for this.
So when in character, change it right there.
Yes.
No.
Hungry and sleepy. You know, this became old-fashioned even when I get this mask like this, you know. It's already fashion, is that?
It was fashion in Asia for a very long time.
Yep.
It's just part of the unification of the planet.
Yeah.
So I changed my name to But For Real Though.
Double B?
No.
Okay, so now you appear as Bad For Real.
Oh wow, that's fantastic. So how did that? How,
Because
oh,
it
because of the test. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So we tested the bug, remember, and next week we're gonna introduce the FKA.
So in other words, you won't be able to search me right
No.
now versus.
No, I won't be searched. I won't be able to search you by the back button.
Okay.
But I will.
I'm going to try to search myself.
But
But for real though, has entered the cast chat. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna change my name again and enter the cast chat and see what happens.
Mhm. Break it. Just break it. No, I mean this is awesome. That's what I'm here for. So,
Doggy dog. With W's.
let's see. Done. If I can, for example, but this is
This is the map.
first part of the.
Mhm.
So he was, the Muppet Man,
Uh-huh.
and he changed into Super Muppet. And I have list in the previous names.
Yeah.
Cast the Muppet Man, and the current name is Super Muppet. So it's keeping.
Yeah, that's a
it's keeping-
story.
That's the first.
Yeah, that's important.
And next week, I mean, I'm gonna rename this into FKA.
Mhm.
So next week we're gonna do the search
Okay.
properly.
Awesome. That's great. Thank you.
So-
And all that should be like timestamped in the narrative timeline.
Oh,
That like all that you just showed me is the story. Like
so you want to know when this was?
yeah, when so I mean, Guru, the whole concept is being able to for people at a certain point over over their time with any world, justice for hire or otherwise, being able to see the progression of their choices, not just in content creation, but also in how they're developing their story, including changing their names. And so just being able to articulate that to people.
Kind of like an activity, like a hero activity log.
Yeah.
Character
but-
history.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, really, like it's. I think on the data side, it's like an activity log, but on a narrative side, it is like a personal history of your choices on the app, and that should be aligned with somehow the evolution of our story as a cinematic universe. So yes,
And then it all started with a bug. Who knew? But that's why it's
Well,
not always a bug,
it
it's a
connects
feature.
it connects back to like foundational thinking of essentially trading cards. Like we think of every user as the holder of a bunch of trading cards, which includes like their character and how that character can potentially be copied and pasted into other worlds. And yeah.
More next week when we're gonna test exactly this. Okay. So
Well, you know what? I'm in the chat, but it doesn't say doggy dog is in the chat, which is good.
because you already joined as the previous character.
Yes.
I also noticed that on previous things that I've created, it still says created by the Muppet Man
Which it should.
Yeah.
instead of it being the new one. Super
Yeah,
Muppet.
because we don't want to retcon.
Got it.
Like, and so yeah, I think that's important. But I'm interested, Drew, what are your thoughts on on entering the cast chat, not for the first time, but having a new name? Would you want to be re-announced, or do you feel it's appropriate that you're not re-announced because you just changed your name?
I mean, I think it'd be kind of interesting to have it pop up as per the log of what happens in the universe. I think that'd be kind of cool where other heroes, kind of like if you look at it as like the Facebook wall, you know, the feed that we have, you
Yep.
can kind of see the feed of what everybody's doing. So and so just got married, all of that. So like if it's like Guru Merkaba changed name now to you know Wonder Meditator, whatever it is, you know, and having something like that pop up in, but if that's like part of the kind of
In chat or in a separate?
He said when you enter chat.
yeah, so like if when you enter chat, but that's on the basis of if you want chat to become something like that. If not, then yes, I would suggest having something like that in a separate page.
I think it's interesting. I mean, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to place myself. I'm doing my best to place my. I don't like the word try. You can remove that from vocabulary. I'm doing my best to place myself in the position of a character in this from a narrative standpoint. I changed my name. I lean more toward announcing the name change in task chat than no. And I think that's simply because, okay, Guru, what's going on?
Sorry, no, I was just raising my hand just to wait until after you were done because it just hit me. Facebook Messenger does this. So when you go into your Facebook Messenger app and you're on your chat, you can change the color, you can change your nickname, you can do all these things, but those updates also pop up in your chat. But it's a small little thing. So if you're in there and you just changed your friend's nickname to, you know, Mr. Snookums or whatever, it'll pop up in your chat and it says, you know, nickname has been changed, so and so's nickname has been changed to Mr. Snookums. And it pops up in the chat, so you see it as per the timeline of things that have happened between you and the other person. Or if you change the color of the chat, you know, like the chat has now been changed to the color green, and it will show you the little circle. Or your like button is now this.
Wow, seems like you're a Facebook power user.
No, I just pay attention.
Let's put this in a context of a cinematic universe, if it makes sense in the context of a cinematic universe, because and I think from what you said that it would make sense, but we had, remember, Jen, when we wanted to have an events on the world page and have like small, like a notifications, like the events of the universe, wouldn't this be better in that events? Like Guru became
interesting.
Mr. like
really
events of the universe instead of having it just in chat.
So I think that this is really, really interesting because I think that it is potentially better placed in universe events, but universe events doesn't exist. So because it doesn't exist yet,
We can start with this one.
potentially, or it might just make again, I think that our focus right now should be on making what we have very strong, rather than adding new things that might that need to be tested in layers and could potentially cause reversion of other things we've already fixed. So
Well, the chat would do that instead of having a separate universe event
so you're saying that,
from the implementation point of view.
okay, so re-announcing somebody with a new, and we don't want to close that window. Sorry for the sound of the plane going by. But
Oh no, it's all good. It's you can barely hear it.
so you're saying that it's more challenging to
It's still doable, but it's more complicated, and that it's more prone to cause reversion, and we need to retest everything than to have a separate universe event. It's still doable. Both of them
Okay.
are doable. But if you're afraid of reversion,
yeah, reversion is my main thing. Because if something works, I don't want to like add something that disrupts it. Especially for something that we're really not going to promote too heavily right now in terms of changes, because we still just want people to come and join rather than be like, hey, I'm changing my name today. Okay, guys, that's not the focus.
Right. Well, I was also thinking, because along the lines of what you were asking about it being more like, if you're based this around the cinematic universe, like I think it should be something that heroes have an option to announce, or characters should have an option to announce. Because say you have a character who or a hero who say essentially dies, but like revamps themselves. You know, if they don't want to be known or connected to that old one, they can have the option of saying, hey, I'm no longer so and so, I am now this one, or they just don't say anything at all.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good point, because I think there's two scenarios there. One, if your character quote unquote dies, you stop using that profile, you just create a new profile. So that's something. Or if you're story-wise want to bring that character back as a new alias. So EQ, and I forgot EQ's character. EQ is like there's the real person, and then there's the character EQ. But the character EQ had an alias, which is their hero name. So, and EQ hasn't changed his profile yet to be reflective of EQ is his equivalent to Bruce Wayne, and then his character has a Batman equivalent. So exactly, Robin becomes Nightwing. So
Right. But in that case of Robin becoming Nightwing, do we?
Robin becoming Nightwing. So yes, it is Robin becoming Nightwing, but who's Robin? Are we talking about Dick Grayson? Are we talking about Damian Wayne? So like,
Right, but do we have that option? Like, is there that like possibility where you have this mantle that's going to be taken over? So then you now have you have like somebody that's now stepping into the role of a quote Robin as this new hero, or this, you know, the hero that used to be Robin is now Nightwing.
We spent an hour plus on this conversation earlier this morning and earlier this week. So last week. When it comes to guiding the community experience, I think we have to be conscious of what we want to have happen next, while also preparing our thinking for the long term, which is the long term is yes to everything you said. So, but right now, given the resources, given time, it's like, okay, well, what do we do now that's simple, that makes the experience cohesive and smooth and stable? So I you know, what you're saying, where the hero may not want it, you know, or we can give them an option,
Public or private.
yeah, would you
In the same way.
do you want, I mean, if it's about an option right now, potentially we should table the idea and just say, okay, you change your name and you enter Cash Chat, and it's as if you're a new person, and you can, you know, you just have a different name, and you can act however you want, which gives a sense of potentially anonymity to a person who's changed the name, because now I used to be, you know, Daredevil, and now I'm Punisher. Probably the other way around. I used to be Punisher with no mask, and now I got a mask with Daredevil. So anyway, that's too nerdy for this. But yeah, I think so. Okay, Guru, I think that's so. I think the conclusion, and thank you for helping us get here, is to just leave it as is. So in other words, no one's announced as they come in if they change their name.
But they still need to be announced that they joined for the first time.
Oh yeah, of course.
Instead of announcing the change of the name. So
the first time, so
the first time the character, not the user.
Yes, because the only thing that's announced is the character and Cast Chat. So,
yeah, so if I change my character name and I go to chat, I need to be announced.
No. That's what we're saying, is that essentially, Guru, like, how do you feel
just
about
the first time?
Yeah, only the first time you enter Cast Chat are you announced, which is current, and whatever character name you have at that time is what is announced. And then anytime no matter how many times you change your name, for now.
So within that framework, I entered the chat for the first time only after I changed my name.
Same here.
And so when I popped in, it says Super Muppet instead of the Muppet Man from the original one. So do we want that to be the case? Because like if you're entering for the first time, would you want it to be the original name that you signed up for, or do you want it to be the
name that you have at the moment that you're entering?
Yeah, I think
which makes the case for if I enter I am Andra. I'm entering the Cast Chat for the first time. It shows Andra joined the Cast Chat. I go and I change my name to Andra Roxana. I go back to chat. It should tell. What you're saying is that instead of announcing that Andra changed her name to Andra Roxana, it should announce that Andra Roxana joined the chat for the first time, and that's doable.
Hold on. No, what I'm saying is that I don't think you need to. Okay, so that's interesting. So I was saying that we don't need to do anything, and everything's just fine. But you're saying that, interesting, that these are switching on my screen. Super Muppet just went from the bottom to the top. It's touching. Anyway, but what you're saying is to announce them for the first time without saying that they changed it.
Yes.
Guru, what do you think about that? Would you like to be announced as a completely new character when you enter?
I feel like, yeah, because that would give
okay
everyone a chance to like, hey,
you'd feel it would give you some form of positive feedback loop. It's like I made a decision that's impacting.
Yes.
So it's like, huh, I did enter for the first time because I am new.
And it still keeps your privacy instead of telling everyone
Yeah.
something that someone wouldn't want to promote, but still.
Super Muppet went to the bathroom 10 minutes ago.
Right.
But still acknowledges the existence of the new character for the entire cast chat, which is practically the place where it should all happen.
Okay, so I'm gonna screenshot this, and the note is, if someone changes their name,
Announce character.
Announce
Character joining chat for the first time.
Yeah.
After changing name.
Right.
After each change of the name.
Yes.
Because that's easier for me on the back end, you know?
Yeah. After each change of name, announce character. That chat for.
When they access chat. When they go to chat.
Yes.
Oh.
Only when they go to chat.
I feel that this FKA will become a big part of
It's a huge deal.
It's, yeah.
All you have to do is pull up a Marvel trading card from the 90s. And it's a huge deal. Those aliases in the back. You're like, oh my God, I had no idea that Ant-Man was Giant Man at one point. Like, what? Or Goliath, not Giant Man, he's Goliath.
I was gonna say.
That's why there's no accidents, only happy accidents, because this all started from a bug. So
Becomes a feature. Oh, it graduated.
yeah. Okay, next, let me check the list. Next we have 10 more minutes left. I think this was all for today. And yeah.
Oh, hold on. When we're going to test the disappearing text?
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding. So now let's try to DM each other. And Jen had reported a bug in which every time you send a message, the message box does not get reset. We had this bug a long time ago for the cast chat, but now he found it for the DM as well. I couldn't reproduce it, but I'm interested into if you're reproducing it, Guru.
Oh my God.
What's going on? Your doggy dog?
Oh, no, I just had two of these pop up on screen at the same time. Two text fields.
Huh?
I just had two text fields pop up on screen at the same time when I went to press them. I'm sure it's just, that's more random, I assume. Huh. Hey, Super Muppet, did you just message me?
I did. Did you just message me?
I messaged you, but both of them are coming up as if I sent them.
Yeah, they are for me as well.
So to you, it looks like you've sent them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it looks like you sent them.
Yeah.
Hold on. So can you show me your screen real quick, please?
Oh.
Dude, this is awful.
Hold on, let me get rid of the blur.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay. So weird. Okay.
Thank you. sent you a screenshot on my side, but I mentioned Guru's in there too.
Okay.
And it disappears for me here, but I'm wondering why.
So it disappears when you.
It disappears, but I'm wondering if it has to do with role.
Interesting. I'm a villain.
Oh my God, Yulong. For the last 6 minutes. Thank you for joining us.
No, I think it has to do with where you start the conversation.
Yo,
So I start the conversations. Yulong, thank you for joining. Great action shirt you got on. Oh, hold on. I don't know who just took a screenshot. But
I did.
Let me get that script. Hold on. Let me get this shot for the gram for all of us. Hold on. Oh my God, I got it. It happened. It happened so quickly. Thank you. So we're just.
We are testing the DM between characters and a bug that's reproducing in just certain scenarios, and we're trying to nail down what scenarios where the message box does not get reset after you send the message, so it keeps.
Guru, are you a hero or a villain?
I am a hero.
And does it reset for you or no?
It does not reset for me. I'm sure. Hold on. What do you mean by reset? Like it completely gets rid of the texts?
Yeah, the
In the
typing and the typing.
Yeah, it resets. It
It
resets.
resets.
Okay, so I've been having an issue that it does not reset on mine.
But now it does reset.
It does reset, but I had the issue last night, right?
Yes.
So did you change something within the last
On
day?
the public app.
Yeah.
So now we're on the test.
Yes.
So let's try.
But what I'm asking is that did you address that issue within the last week? Because or within the last 2 weeks? Because so then it shouldn't be fixed on the public app.
Neither on the Just for Heroes. Can you create a character Yulong and see if this reproduces? Maybe it's just for old characters, not for new ones. We're trying to identify the case in which it happens. The situation.
So just create a whole new profile. Let me see if I could work on
Log
it.
in Jan
Mhm.
on here and see if that's the case.
I'm entering with my old account too,
Mhm.
and it resets. See, it resets. Jen.
Super Muppet, the messenger. Just said hi to Mick Fluffykins, who's a real hero.
No, it does on Android as well. Reset. So
Did you just fix the bug right now?
no.
Okay, hold on. Let me show you why.
So now it shows up properly.
Hold
Yeah.
on. That's hey there, sir.
Yeah,
From-
it
did
shows
you send-
correctly.
You sent that, correct?
Yeah, I sent that.
Okay. Can you check my new? I just sent it from Jan.
I see a test from you. It's on the correct side. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
And it disappeared on here.
The input.
Yeah, it disappeared on here. So I'm wondering what the discrepancy is for what's public facing.
Yeah.
It
No,
works
it-
here. Now you're on the proper side.
Yep. It works on mine as well.
Yeah, but these, if it didn't work for one moment, that's a hole, and we got to fill these holes. So I'm interested in what your thoughts are on how that of what that hole is and how it can be addressed.
I'm curious what's the case for Yulong, because then my theory can be.
So just created a new character. And you said to go into the chat, right? Was it? What was the thing?
Sorry?
It was create a character, get into the chat, was it?
Yeah, get into the DM
Right.
and DM any of the other test accounts and see if the message box after you write something gets reset, gets emptied out.
There we go.
Can you see?
And
Is yours Yaggity Boo?
yeah, I did that. All right, now I'm just trying to see how am I going to get, how do I get someone on the DM? I mean, I go into DM, but I got no place to, oh, duh, right there, it was covered by one of the camera things. All right, who am I going to test? Who's Super Muppet?
That is I, good sir.
Oh, so it is. I will check you now. Look at this. Let's see.
I used to go by the Muppet Man.
Very nice. Hello. And all right, I just sent you a message. That's about that.
I got it. It looks like it's on the right side.
Yep, that's it for me. Oh,
Toast.
aloha. Hello. So yeah, that worked, I guess.
Working well.
Okay,
It's
and it
working
shows
good.
on the right spot, on the right place. And did it reset the box?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So my theory is with how we're downloading, when your device is actually recognizing that there's been a change to the code. And this makes me more and more, convinces me more and more that the next big ticket item that we need to test and deploy is download, add app to the home screen and update version. That's the best, the most likely.
Sweet.
Because the moment your device recognizes that there was a change to the code, it gets the updates. And I've done the deploy in time, so it's
What are we talking about specifically again?
like why this showed incorrectly, and then after a while it showed correctly, even though I didn't do anything.
When you say you didn't do anything, you're talking about.
I didn't do in the interval from which you identified the bug to the moment when you said it's not reproducing anymore, which was in an interval of 1 minute or 2.
You're talking about with Guru.
Like with Guru and Yulong, because now.
Yeah, it definitely was longer than 2 minutes.
Well,
but it was a short amount of time.
It was short amount of time because
So-
now Yulong made the same test and for him works directly.
Okay, so but what you're saying is that, but did you? So my question here is that wasn't a bug until today. Prior, because we used to have that bug. It was a problem. We fixed it,
Mm-hmm.
and we haven't had it for weeks. Then it shows up for a few minutes here, and then it disappears. And I'm trying to understand how a leak appears and then fixes itself.
It's based on
and-
how your device identifies what version of the app.
But if unless I don't fully understand what that means, a previous version of the app would have not had that leak, and the new version of the app also would not have that leak. So somehow the leak is appearing, and it doesn't seem to me that it has something, and maybe it does. But I'm saying that my general understanding right now is that it wasn't a problem last week. It wasn't a problem yesterday. It was a problem for a few minutes on here today. And does that it shouldn't have been a problem in any of the versions since we fixed it. So,
And it's not now.
well, I mean, I think that I mean, it's a problem because we saw it. So and what we're seeking is an explanation for that.
That's my best explanation. The moment we're gonna have the update version, it will overwrite any version of the app that you have and your browser saved, and it will serve the latest and the fixed version.
So I think that my next question then is, how does regression work? And maybe this is not for this chat, but it sounds like if we don't know when a problem is going to arise, because we don't. So if we don't know when a problem is going to arise, then there is some process, the process of regression, that essentially is happening that we're not aware of because we can't predict it. And so I'm understanding. I'm trying to understand, like, if we know that we don't understand, then how can we put our mind around, like,
by always having only one and the latest version, not having more than one version of the code of the app on your device.
Which
Means, because if you clear the cache like Guru did,
which no one will do.
Which no one will do,
Yes.
but which will be solved by the button
Yes.
update version of the app or download latest. That means that it will override anything that you have on your device.
So
And will exclude the possibility of regression.
So I guess my question here is, would you consider the versions being public facing versus?
It's only finish.
So we're testing stuff that on public facing, like, things are working here, the public facing are not working in certain ways. Just for example, I'm getting text staying in my DMs. So is the public facing what you would consider a version, and versus the just for heroes, which we're on right now, which is obviously a different environment? Would you consider those versions? And is there a discrepancy aside from what is going to be updated onto the public facing? Is there potentially discrepancies that are there that might have been missed from private test session version to public version?
It only gets to public version after it's confirmed on the private version. So nothing that doesn't work on private will get on public.
Okay. So then I think that the concept still remains of whatever regression is, if we experience what regression is today as a group, which was Guru sending me a message, it looking like on his side that he had received the message he sent, and then looking like on my side that I had sent both of those messages, because I sent him one as well, that could that moment be considered a moment of regression? And does the system essentially heal itself? Does it self-correcting?
Yes, the self-correcting appears so first time when you access a page.
Just so you guys know, I'm doing my best to get my own education here on this side of the world.
Because of how the progressive web app is implemented, the first time you enter, it shows the content that you had last time. So if you access that page 10 weeks ago when there was a bug, that's the content that it gives you. In the meantime, it's loading and it says, oh, the server has a new version, which is the fixed one. I'll get that. But there is an interval, which all that interval should be fixed and will be fixed when you do this manually, when you trigger this operation manually, instead of waiting on your device to identify this change.
And this goes per page though, correct?
Yes.
So in other words, I might have updated I might have the latest version of one page, but not the latest version of another.
Yes.
So therefore it's delivered in chunks rather than as a package.
Yes.
So if that's the case, would this update version button deliver the entire package?
Yes.
Of all pages?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
That's the whole purpose. I mean, there are advantages and disadvantages to the progressive web app. We're in development mode, and these are all phases of stabilizing until we get to have it like have the download button and then post it in the App Store and in the Google Store.
So one more question. Could that problem have been not necessarily associated with version, but with pressure that you've identified that's happening on the app? For example, like if I'm getting and I sent you the video of like the same icon popping up twice when I press it, and it's just a glitch moment. Is that because of, it could be memory on my phone, but I don't think it is.
It's
but-
mostly bandwidth.
Exactly. Is it
It's
bandwidth?
mostly bandwidth.
So could these randomized mistakes essentially be happening because of the bandwidth of the platform? And if that's the case, the search stuff you were talking about before would lighten the load.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you guys for listening to this.
And
Hey, we were brainstorming how we're gonna collab in the very near future.
Yeah.
I don't want to spill any beans, but we were testing the app while we're doing. So we're working and enjoying it. We're testing the app, and it's working. We had the Guru had a concept back when we had our 22nd meeting, was it? And it's pretty fire. So I was planning on working that idea in. I'm not going to say what it is because it's pretty cool. I don't want to spill the beans on my 6th episode, but all props go to Guru for that idea, definitely. And it kind of fit into the direction in which I'm going in my series. And I thought it would be a perfect time to introduce JFH. That's about all I'm going to say. And Guru and I were just working on ideas on collabing on that.
Oh, that's amazing.
My only question is, does the app do everything that you need? That's my
Oh yeah, we put emojis and we were texting back and forth. It accepted my humor. It didn't like block me out with my stupid remarks I was saying in there.
How about the content?
Content. Yeah, it's
Emojis. I'm gonna try an emoji right now. I don't think I've done that yet.
Yeah, you
yeah.
That's
I can't spill the beans on the content though.
No, I mean, I don't want to see the content. Does it do what you need to do for uploading? I saw your off the rails, so that one was uploaded, which
Oh, the app does all that stuff. Yeah, with the videos and stuff. Yeah, I have to upload. Thank you for reminding me. I got to upload the 3rd episode today, and it uploads fine. I mean, the upload speed is great. Everything
okay,
works.
that's everything that I want to hear, and I cannot wait to see your episodes and
Ooh.
your collaboration. This is great.
Is there a way to edit the descriptions in there? Because I found an issue with trying to edit descriptions or even delete some old content.
Anything is possible, my dearest heroes and villains. We just need to prioritize them based on what the cinematic
Of course,
universe needs,
it's possible.
and
I get
and what the cinematic universe and what the characters need. That's the whole point of technology. I won't start. This is my usual ramble. Technology is not here to replace humans, is here to assist and to support technology, supporting the development of a cinematic universe, of a character and all this. And that's why I am here. And thank you for acknowledging that it does what you need. And anytime you have this is why we do these sessions, like you want to edit descriptions, because this is how the change cover photo started as well. So now we have that functionality and it's working. So if you need to add a description, we will prioritize that. John, no?
It's not a major thing. Like my life isn't ending because of it.
Sorry?
Oh, I was saying, no, it's not a major thing. My life isn't ending because I can't edit a description. It's
No,
totally
but
cool.
again, any functionality is possible because that's why we're building this, but we need to, as before you were joining, as we were talking about the character announcing with Guru, the best question that we can ask ourselves as me, the developer, you, the characters, Jen, and anyone with each of our roles in this universe, does it make sense for the cinematic universe? Because it's not Facebook, it's not Instagram, it's JFH and real world. So does it make sense for what we need? Where we want to take this.
Yeah, I think my video just
So
crashed.
that's the whole point of technology, and that's why I'm here. So thank you for giving me work to do.
And thank you guys for staying.
Sorry. Oops. But thank you for all of that and all of your work on doing this. This is pretty difficult.
Oh,
Or
it's amazing
amazing
to be
stuff.
able to do this together. So I'm really honored to do this with you all, and these sessions are gold.
Oh my gosh. Hey guys, my computer's overheating. And I don't know what's going on here.
You can see him double now.
Okay, so this is thank you.
Okay, so thank you for staying over. Okay, I'm gonna move myself.
No, I think my computer's just overheating and doing crazy stuff.
Okay, you wanna say, okay, we can do this, share the screen.
I love you guys. Thank you so much as usual. We're gonna announce the hero meetup for next week. When's it? What's the deal like that? Anyway, so like we're something like soon, very very soon, but it'll likely be next Saturday, I think, morning, not Friday, next Saturday at 2 p.m. Oh my God, that's my lips. It's freaking me out.
Okay, bye guys. See
Love
you
you
next
No,
week.
okay.
Bye.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Bye. Hey Jen, check your DMs.
Okay. The Jan DMs?
Your Instagram DMs.
You should
okay,
better
awesome.
use the chat on the app. Why was that chat built? Why are you doing with
Wow,
Instagram
what a
chat?
great way to end the app test. Hey, check it out on Instagram though.
Hey, as soon as we're able to start uploading images and videos on our cast chat.
Okay, let's wait
Wow.
for us to afford that kind of storage.
Or put a recording app on the app so we can record right through the app some of our scenes to collab with each other. More work for you, sorry.
So sooner rather than later, that'll happen. That's the main reason we have the equity crowdfunding campaign.
Of course. But it's cool.
Okay, bye guys.
Love you guys. Thank you.